trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
And a good afternoon to you, folks. Thanks so much for joining us today for ABC6 News at Noon. I'm Casey Cantz. Where else would we begin today? This impending nor'easter that's set to hit us here in southern New England. And as we look outside today at this hour, pretty much just cold and overcast right now, at least over Providence it is. Skylar Spindler here now to pinpoint when we can expect this precipitation to move in, Skylar, and who's going to get what. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. So, you know, the big thing is the rain is going to start to increase as we get into later on today. So weather headlines, that nor'easter is setting up. We're going to start to see the rain moving in later on today, and then that's going to continue into the overnight hours. As far as what we're going to get, here's kind of just a quick snapshot of what we think we're going to get. So mostly the rain and wet snow along the coastline. So not a whole lot right now in terms of accumulation, but kind of here in the middle, say Providence, you're anywhere from a chance to 2 to 3 inches, and then north of Providence, you're looking at greater than 3 inches. So higher elevations, more snow. So we have snow growth in the atmosphere. Does it make it to the ground? Is there too much warm air right before the surface? That's really the biggest question as we get closer to the coast. Watches and warnings in effect right now. So the winter storm warning is in effect until Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. So a very busy map right now going on. So here's a look at those current temperatures. We haven't been dropping too much. We're still in the 40s. Providence coming in at 41 degrees. New Bedford showing 43 degrees. And Block Island at 41 degrees. But, you know, you look at Worcester and it's 37 degrees. So different elevation when you get a little bit further north. So Worcester will end up getting more snow than what we'll see in Providence as we get it in later today and tomorrow. So futurecast winds, you can kind of see they start to pick up. So you probably already tell now the winds have been picking up outside just a little bit. They were very calm this morning, but as we move in through the afternoon into overnight hours, the winds do increase. We're looking at 20, 25 miles an hour. And the further east you go, we're seeing those 30, 35 mile an hour winds. So as far as these are sustained winds too. So the thing with this system is that we could be seeing those tropical force winds. So, you know, even up to 50 miles an hour. So let's plan your day for the rest of the day. 1 o'clock, we're looking at about 42 degrees. It's going to start to feel a little bit more chilly as those winds come in. And then the rain starts to move in after 5 o'clock tonight, and that's just going to increase through the overnight hours. But I'm going to have more details on that timing of the storm and those futurecast models coming up here in just a moment.
All right, we will check back in with you then, Skylar. Thank you. We're going to start today with some developing news. Massachusetts police investigating a deadly crash on Interstate 95 in Mansfield this morning. Mass DOT says the crash happened around 9:30 this morning near exit 10 off the roadway. State police confirming that crash is fatal. The right lane currently closed. DOT officials said to expect delays in the area. Turning to today's headlines now, gearing up for a big vote in Taunton. And tonight, residents will get the chance to hear why Mayor Sean O'Connell and public safety heads believe they need new facilities now. ABC6 News reporter Yanni Tregellis got a tour of the old facilities and heard why city officials think now is the time for a new public safety complex. Take a listen.
A new public safety complex in the works in Taunton that would replace current police and fire buildings in the city that have been deteriorating for years.
Really outgrown the facilities we're in. I mean, the police station that we're in right now is supposed to be a temporary facility for 18 months. We've been there for over 20 years. In a tour of the current police department, we were shown the tight quarters officers deal with, forced to use break rooms as meeting spaces, extra storage in the basement, as well as a limited number of jail cells that pose a major issue for the city in case of making several arrests in a night, with just 2 female cells and 1 for juveniles, which have to all be separated from each other. We have no space. I'm at the point I'm renting space and leasing spaces from other facilities because I don't have enough space for my offices. I don't have enough space for my offices. I can't hold a good-sized meeting in my station because it's so small. The proposed $79 million public safety complex is up for vote in a special election April 29th, where Taunton residents will decide if the project will progress to its next steps and get under construction.
The last time we built a fire station was when Teddy Roosevelt was president and when about 1% of households had plumbing and electric.
Meanwhile, at the central fire station, deteriorating walls and ceilings broken windows, and very limited space with a small number of beds. Those are just some of the issues firefighters are dealing with.
More equipped for the guys to operate efficiently and safely, more storage for trucks, dedicated mechanic space. Right now, our mechanic just works out of a bay that we would run a truck out of.
If passed, Mayor O'Connell tells us the city will look to award bids for construction this summer and break ground by spring of 2024. From there, the project will aim to be fully completed within 2 to 3 years. Over the next few weeks, the city's police and fire chiefs will host several informational sessions and tours of the facilities, including one tonight at 6 p.m. at City Hall. In Taunton, Yanni Tregellis, ABC6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you. New today at noon in court this morning, a Pawtucket murder suspect held without bail. 34-year-old Matthew Dufresne, charged with first-degree murder, was held without bail in court today. Police continue to investigate the murder of an 84-year-old man on Eddington Street. This happened around 5:30 Saturday night. Police responding to a call for a well-being check. When officers got there, they found the unidentified elderly man dead. Also in court today, the man accused of barricading himself inside his home after a domestic incident this weekend. So just before midnight on Sunday, police got a call for help after a man forced his way into his ex-wife's home and attacked her. According to police, Fidel Archula was armed with a knife when he allegedly strangled and assaulted his ex-wife. The woman's young sons actually intervened. They were cut while they were fighting off the 39-year-old suspect. The woman and her boys were able to get away. He's facing multiple charges, including felony assault and domestic strangulation. His bail was set at $75,000. Up for parole again, the Rhode Island man serving a life sentence for beating a furniture store owner to death back in 1982. James Hughes was convicted of killing 79-year-old Zeke Harris. This happened at Harris's store in North Kingstown. Today, Harris's family was back in front of the Rhode Island Parole Board, asking them to deny Hughes parole. Now, he's been in front of the board several times already. ABC6 News reporter Alyssa Azar will have more on this case starting tonight on ABC6 News First at 4. Turning to Washington now, where President Biden is aiming to ease concerns about the nation's banking system. This following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history. ABC's Justin Finch with more today on what's being done to limit the fallout.
Following a frenzied few days after the failure of Silicon Valley Bank, President Biden trying to ease fears depositors might have about the health of the banking system.
Americans can have confidence that the banking system is safe. Your deposits will be there when you need them.
All our money is in the bank. I don't know how we're going to do our payroll.
The Federal Reserve, Treasury, and FDIC taking over the failed bank, now guaranteeing all Silicon Valley Bank depositors will have full access to their FDIC-insured money today, up to $250,000. And that no losses associated with this resolution will be borne by the taxpayer. State regulators in New York also taking control of the now failed Signature Bank, which was funding many cryptocurrency and real estate companies. Officials saying those customers will also be made whole.
The banks are open. Everything is fine, calm.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen asserting that regulators' actions do not amount to a bailout, but that funds would come from an FDIC account that U.S. banks pay into. At the end of last year, SVB held $175 billion in customer deposits. Some 96% were uninsured, above the $250,000 limit traditionally covered by the FDIC. SVB's failure sparked concerns about other regional banks. Many of their stocks tumbled Friday. Rattled investors began withdrawing funds from Silicon Valley Bank last week after SVB started trying to sell assets to boost up its balance sheet.
The Silicon Valley banking collapse sending ripple effects overseas. British regulators announcing this morning that international bank HSBC will acquire SVB's British assets to protect customers. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Moving now to political news, Rhode Island Lieutenant Governor Sabina Monto is expected to reveal today whether she will run for Rhode Island's open first congressional seat. The seat is, of course, open after longtime Congressman David Cicilline announced plans to resign in June. He's taking over as president and CEO of the Rhode Island Foundation. Two other high-profile Democratic figures, House Speaker Joe Shekarchi and former candidate for governor Helena Foulkes, are also said to be considering a run. The founders of Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream joined a police accountability protest in Boston Saturday. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield handed out their cookie dough and changed the world ice cream flavors to show their support. Greenfield said, in his view, officers are oftentimes held above the law, and he just wants police involved in deadly shootings held accountable for their actions. Still to come today on ABC6 News at noon, a recap from the big night in Hollywood last night. The 95th annual Oscars now in the books. We'll have more from that just ahead. Stay close. Welcome back. A look now at some entertainment news at noon in the Hollywood and 95th Academy Awards taking center stage last night. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and All Quiet on the Western Front, winning big last night. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has the highlights.
It was a night filled with surprises, milestones, and many tears. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once dominating the night. Nominated for 11 Academy Awards, taking home 7, becoming the first science fiction film ever to win Best Picture. Ke Huy Quan winning Best Supporting Actor.
Stories like this only happen in the movies. I cannot believe it's happening to me. This is the American dream.
History made yet again.
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh is the first Asian woman ever to win Best Actress, receiving the Academy Award from Halle Berry, the last woman of color to win the award back in 2002.
And ladies, don't let anybody tell you you are ever past your prime.
For the first time in her 45-year career, Jamie Lee Curtis winning Best Supporting Actress, honoring her late parents.
And my mother and my father were both nominated for Oscars in different categories. I just won an Oscar.
Best Actor went to Brendan Fraser for his commanding role in The Whale.
I'm grateful to Darren Aronofsky for throwing me a creative lifeline.
Powerful performances by Rihanna and Lady Gaga, stunning the crowd. And of course, it wouldn't be an award show without host Jimmy Kimmel addressing last year's infamous slap, saying the Academy had a crisis team in place.
If anything unpredictable or violent happens during the ceremony, just do what you did last year. Nothing.
The Oscars ran for 3 hours and 35 minutes, but the longest ceremony stretched for 4 hours and 23 minutes in 2002. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
And there's more still to come today on the news at noon. Check back in with Skylar. She's got a check of that forecast today and quite an active next 24 to 48 hours. She gets us all caught up next.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist, Skylar Spindler.
Well, I hope when you headed out the door this morning, you did grab an umbrella, because on the satellite and radar, we are watching the rain starting to move into the Providence area. Even a lot of the coastal area already seeing rain at this hour. Watches and warnings at this time. We do have that winter storm warning that's going to be in effect until Wednesday at 8 a.m. So it's because this nor'easter just circling off the coast here is going to really start to bring in a bang later on today, or not today, but tomorrow. So what we're doing for tonight is we're going to have these increasing rains, so the overnight hours. You can see tonight about 7:30 how heavy this map is covered, but the good news here, we're not below freezing. So for Providence area, we're still in those upper 30s and 40s heading into the evening hours. We do have some heavier rains that are going to be moving through in the overnight hours. You can see here how heavy those rains are by tomorrow morning. The thing is, you can see the snow rain line setting up just north of us. So as you get up close to Worcester, you can kind of see the temperature changing. You can see that rain snow line. They have a much higher elevation in this area. So when you're talking about 1,700 feet versus close to sea level here, that's a bit of a difference as you're heading through the upper elevations. So you're going to see more snow as you head up into those areas. Now, for us here, yes, we're going to have some snow in the atmosphere. Does it make it to the ground when you get close to the coastal area? Some places it will. You will even see it in the afternoon. So the problem is, here's the low pressure moving through, so you can almost see that swirling in the atmosphere, but we're still remaining above freezing. So that's the biggest issue here. Do we get below freezing? And even though we have snow growth in the atmosphere, it doesn't make it to the ground. So it's almost a very big letdown. It's like, if we're going to get some snow, let us get some snow, right? So here's our day planner getting through the day. So we are going to be seeing those rain showers moving in this evening around 7 o'clock. But again, you see the temperatures here. We still stay in those 40s around Providence. Tomorrow's highs, kind of the same as what we're seeing today, those low 40s to mid 40s around the area. But here's a look at the snow model forecast. So a couple of these runs we went through, and we can kind of see just to the north of us. So just slightly to the north of us, check out some of these numbers. But if you see right here where Providence is coming into play, there's another gradient line, a gradient line above it. So you see how quickly this changes as soon as you get into the northern elevations. So even showing only Boston coming in at about an inch and a half, however, actually true Providence Central 0.6, so, you know, less than an inch. So as far as what we're talking about in terms of snowfall, I would say anywhere along the coastal area, we're probably going to be about a chance to 2 inches. And then, of course, the further north you head outside of Providence, the more snow totals you're going to get. So the northern part of the state, you know, you could see 2 to 4 inches, and then heading up towards the Turnpike, that's where you're going to start to get more accumulation. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. A little messy. That nor'easter starts to roll in tomorrow. So just be prepared for a little bit of everything with this. So we're going to have the rain. We're going to have that mixing in the afternoon. We're going to get some snow in this. But if you guys are further south and towards the coast, it could be slightly disappointing for you. However, don't forget, we're going to have some really heavy winds that are going to accompany the storm. So we could see those, tropical storm winds. So we're looking at 50-mile-an-hour gusts around the coastal areas. Rain sticks around through Wednesday. That's snow rain mix, depending on where you are in this area. But you know what? 50 degrees by Thursday. So can we just get through today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, get this thing out of here, and then we got some sunshine and 50 for the high.
I'll say, Skylar, yeah, a lot to prepare for, no question about it. The preparation starts now. Thank you. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit for one final check. Stay with us. Well, today is a special day, National Canine Veterans Day, March 13th, dedicated to the dogs who have served on duty. And what's cuter than a dog in uniform? The holiday started in the U.S. during World War II, when the canines were called the dog of defense and sent to North Africa. These loyal and protective animals have been used in battles for centuries, and today they are primarily used, in rescue missions, security teams, and at airports. One final check of that forecast coming up in just a little bit. It's a big one, too. Stay tuned for that.
Well, you know, those winds are going to be picking up, and that's going to make the wind chill feel like it's pretty cold. As we get into Tuesday evening, 8 p.m., you can kind of see it's going to feel like it's in the 20s, even going into the overnight. Those heaviest winds rolling in as this thing starts to spin off and get out of here. You can kind of see how much colder it's going to feel. Let's look at that planner real quick, get you through the evening. Rain really ramping up after 7 o'clock tonight. 7-day forecast, so 43 today. That nor'easter rolling in tomorrow. We'll see the highest temperatures of the day at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Then we start to decrease in the temperature for the day. Do we get below freezing? Some of us will. Some of us do not, however. So do you get rain? Do you get snow? Further south, you're going to get rain. Snow, more to the north.
All right. Thank you, Skylar. More to come tonight. The news continues first at 4. We thank you for joining us today. Check us out online, too, at abc6.com. I'm Casey Cantz. Have a great rest of your Monday.